Hello guys, and welcome back to Ginger and Sea for another shark talk. Now if you've been following my channel for a while, you will hopefully understand how important sharks are to the ecosystem and how much we need to protect them. If you don't, then check out the few videos that I'm going to put up here, my 90 seconds to shark conservation and the video named Why Sharks Are So Important, so that you can catch up, and I'll give you a chance to watch them while I roll the intro. So now you should all be caught up, and everyone here should understand why sharks are so important to the ecosystem and the fact that we really do need to start protecting them better. And so what you should all be thinking now, hopefully, is what can I do to start protecting sharks when I'm at home and in my daily life? And this is exactly what this video is about. And we're going to cover four main topics. We're going to cover the awareness of shark products, your direct impact on shark fishing, the legislation of shark protection, and then finally education. So let's go straight into the awareness of shark products. Now, most people don't realize how many products on the high street and in our stores actually contain shark or shark material. And this is something, sometimes it's obvious, like jewelry. Obviously we can have jewelry with shark teeth on and things like that, but also there's much less obvious things such as cosmetics quite often contain shark, and pet food is a common one that people really are surprised that actually can contain shark. And then even hygiene products that we use in our showers and things can in fact contain shark as well. So what we need to do is we need to start working harder to become more aware consumers and make sure we are not having anything in our house that may contain shark, as obviously this is going to encourage the continual use of shark products and therefore the fishing and killing of sharks to get these products. So what you need to look for in your cosmetics and hygiene products is a term called squalene, okay? And this is shark liver oil. Now, point to make is actually there are two different types of squalene. There are animal squalene, which comes from sharks, and there is also a plant-based squalene. So if your product, say your makeup, does state that it is vegan, then that means that squalene will be the plant-based squalene. However, if the product doesn't state that it is vegan, it is highly likely that squalene is going to be from a shark. So what you can do now is you can literally pause this video, go and find some of your makeup or cosmetics or shower gels, go and check if it has squalene in it. If it does, then make sure you don't support that brand anymore. You could even contact that brand and say you are not going to be buying from them until they remove squalene from their ingredients list, because you do not want to aid the killing of sharks. And if they don't have squalene in, then great, continue to support that brand because they are obviously not using shark in their products. And then when it comes to jewelry, and I've talked about this in my shark teeth video, which I'm going to put up here for you guys, it is okay to have shark teeth in jewelry, but we need to make sure that those shark teeth are fossilized so that we know that that shark hasn't been killed to bring that tooth into your product. So the way we can tell if the shark tooth is fossilized is by its color. If the shark tooth is sort of a dark gray or dark brown or black, that is a fossilized shark tooth. That means that shark died maybe millions and millions of years ago and therefore definitely didn't get killed for that product. However, if the shark tooth is white, that means it is a new shark tooth, and that could mean that shark has deliberately been killed for shark products overall, including the squalene, the fins, and then also the teeth. So if you are going to buy any shark jewelry, make sure if there are teeth that they are a dark brown, dark grey or black colour to make sure they are fossilized. Next, we can move on to the direct impact you might be having on shark fishing. Now, first of all, a lot of people don't realise that shark is actually sold in fish and chip shops around the UK and around the world without people knowing it is shark. So shark is regularly renamed so that people don't realise that they are actually ordering shark on the menu. So it's quite often named as rock salmon, huss or flake are the most common ones. So if you see any of these in a fish and chip shop, please do not buy them, because this is actually literally shark meat that you're eating, which for one isn't healthy for humans, but also is obviously encouraging the fishing and killing of sharks. However, even if you are sure the seafood you are buying is not shark, say you're buying trout or cod or haddock, the fact is that the seafood you're buying still may be having a negative impact on sharks, as a lot of commercial fishing methods have very, very high bycatch levels or are extremely destructive to the natural environment, removing shark habitats. So these commercial fishing methods can catch many different species of animal that weren't actually the target species. They can catch dolphins, seals, turtles, seabirds, and of course sharks, which were not the target. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that any seafood we are eating isn't having a negative impact on these other species. And to add to the fact that the majority of fish stocks around the world are either overexploited or maximally exploited, the best thing we can do to reduce our impact on the ocean is to either remove seafood completely from our diet, or at least reduce the amount of seafood that you have in your diet. Maybe 1 or 2 less meals every week. You're going to start reducing that pressure that we are putting on the oceans at the moment. The other thing you can do if you are still eating seafood is ensure that all the seafood you eat is sustainably caught. You should find that on the labels. You should always say how and where they're caught. You can use the Marine Conservation Society's good fish guides or other fish guides you can find on the internet that are from a reliable source to know whether the seafood you are buying is sustainably caught, i.e. What method it uses to catch the seafood, and also if the fish stock is in a healthy number or whether it's in decline. And so just by making these small decisions of reducing your seafood and making sure the seafood you do buy is sustainably caught, we can have a much less of a negative effect on the ocean and also help protect our sharks. So the next one is legislation. Now this is a hard one, as just a shark in mind. So the next one is legislation. Now this is quite a hard one to impact. It is hard to get in contact with. Oh my god, you're kidding me. So the next one is legislation. Now this is quite a hard one to impact. It's hard to get in contact with governments and influence policy change, but what you can do is you can support shark conservation organizations such as Shark Guardian, the Sharks Trust, Shark Water, and by supporting these organizations, these guys are set up to be more of an influence in policy change and in government change. And by supporting them, you allow them to continue working 24/7 towards better shark conservation. And all of these shark conservation organizations are non-profit, and they very rarely have government funding. And so they rely on the general public to get donations and to keep funding going, but also to spread the word and to sign petitions and to get things moving to create that policy change. So please support shark conservation organizations by either donating to them, becoming members, buying some of their merchandise, or signing the petitions that they share, sharing campaigns and sharing their general message out to the general public and help them reach more and more people to continue doing what they're doing and hopefully making big changes in policies and government protection. And the last thing you can do to protect sharks is education. This means educating your friends and your family about sharks, about how important they are to the ecosystem, how important it is that we protect them. All these things today, share them with all your family and friends, tell them how they can help protect, share educational videos like ones on my channel where people can learn more about sharks and start to understand them more and love them more. And if we can get more and more people talking about sharks in a positive way, and the general public wanting to protect sharks, this is where this can cause big government policy change and changes in behavior to really protect sharks. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. 4 really easy but important actions you can take today to start protecting sharks. So please, if you did get some value out of this video, give it a like. And also I want to hear from you guys. If you're going to make these 4 changes, give a comment below. How are you going to make these 4 changes in your life? How are you going to help protect sharks more? And if you guys do anything else that protects sharks, please, again, I want to hear about it in the comments. Let me know what else you guys are doing to protect sharks on a daily basis and help sharks survive in the ocean. But thanks so much for joining, guys. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you at the next one.